Hi, Clearwater third graders. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mr. Turowski, and I am one of the third grade teachers here. A lot of you will recognize me from last year as a second grade teacher doing those math lessons. I'm doing some social studies lessons for everybody this year. What I need you to do is you're going to want to get your social studies workbook. If you came and got your school supplies, which most of you did, you would have that workbook in your supplies. It's a nice green book, looks just like this. We're going to get that book. You're going to be turning to page 16. I'm going to be reading along, so even if you haven't gotten yours, you can follow along with me. Now, our big question and what we're going to be talking about is what makes a community? And you can see I am reading right from here. So I'm going to read along. I'll probably stop and talk as I always would about those things. One thing we want you to really be aware of is these bold words. They're even bold and highlighted here. I know last year we talked a lot about bold words as being new or possibly new vocabulary words, as well as really important words. These you will typically find the definition a couple of places. One, in the book itself, as you're reading it, it's going to talk about it, but also in the back of the book, in the glossary, it should have a definition as well, and you can look that up. So starting off, where do you live? Well, that's easy. You live in a community. A community is a place where people live and work and have fun together. Communities are alike in many ways. People in communities help each other. They care about the safety of their communities. They follow the laws or rules to make their communities safe places to live, work, and play. Some people have jobs or businesses. For fun, people join clubs and sports teams, go shopping, and see movies. Settling in a community. And you can see we've also got headings for each of the sections that give us an idea what that's going to be about. So this one is called Settling in a Community. People settle in communities based on location or where something needed can be found. So then we have the definition of location right afterwards. Communities need good natural resources such as water, soil, and trees. And think about that. Would you want to live in a place that didn't have good water, that trees weren't, or that the soil was not good for growing things, or that didn't have trees to give us nice fresh air? A natural resource is something found in nature that is useful to people. People might choose to settle in a community where there are water resources, such as lakes and rivers. For example, a community near a body of water would be a good place to settle for people who enjoy fishing or work in the fishing industry. In fact, Indianapolis was founded on the White River because at the time they thought the river would be a great way for people to quickly travel by boat. Turns out it wasn't deep enough, but the thought was there. And if you looked at a map of the United States, there's going to be a lot of big cities next to water or rivers or even the ocean where they can travel by water much easier. People can also use water resources for traveling, just like I said. Other people might choose to settle in a community where there are land resources, such as good soil. If a community has rich soil, farmers can live and work there, again, like Indiana. Others might choose to settle there because they can get fresh fruits and vegetables from farmers. People can like different things about the same community. Trees are also an important land resource. If a community has a lot of trees, people can use the trees for building homes, schools, and stores. They can keep building so that the community grows. Now, looking at this first question, main idea and details. Fill in the chart with two more details to support the main idea. So, of course, remember, the main idea is the big idea of what we just read. That main idea being that people settle in communities where there are good natural resources. Now, one's already put in that farmers can work in communities that have good soil. Think about a couple other big ideas that I read about just now that you could write in your book. A good reader, if they're not sure, is always going to go back and look for those details in the text. So you can go and do that right now. After this video, you're going to click to the next page in the module as I discuss pages 18 and 19.